Good morning, everybody. So, how was the weekend? Hope you enjoyed. Very nice. And did you practice those relaxation exercises? Well, anyway, go and practicing them to improve your sensing faculties and to improve your psychic abilities and all. That is what Silva method is all about. So, today we'll going to talk about what is the purpose of the Silva techniques. Why all these exercises are being done? Why are you being trained to go into your levels and your deeper levels of the mind and things like that. So there are techniques in which you can project yourself in any matter kingdom, be it the inanimate matter kingdom, be it the animate matter kingdom, there is a plant and animal life, or be it the human body and mind kingdom. It can even be a remote viewing, they're going somewhere subjectively and seeing things. And of course healing is the most important thing which you need to do to correct problems. Healing may not be just the physical healing or the mental healing. It can even be any other healing in relationships, healing in your career progressions, healing in your money and opportunities, that is your all those. So these are the different things where you can use the healing process. Now different healings, as you say, physical healings, if you go to see headache control, sleep control, awake control, keeping awake control. Then there is a habit control. Habit control also there. For smoking or drinking, you want to remove those habits. Habit of eating, that is known as very commonly known as reducing weight. You can reduce a weight, or you can come to your ideal weight. That is the ideal weight technique. I would in fact slightly tweak it that way. Then for that there are different again techniques, like we did the mirror of the mind technique, we did the 3 scenes technique, and technique like hand levitation, wherein you go to your theta level, and that is how you do your healing, by just simply applying that hand on different things where the correction is required. One more of the technique is the Glove Anaesthesia technique. Now what is this Glove Anaesthesia technique? It's very interesting. Like I had given you an example some time back, that when somebody was hypnotized and he was said that steel rod, red hot rod, is being touched on your body. You know what happened? That guy really felt that heat, the red hot heat, and his cells started saying that there is a lot of heat, and neighboring cells started reacting and started healing that particular cell. That was the experiment that was carried out during one of the researches, where the mind is able to see subjectively also, and it sees it. It does not know whether it is true or false, whether it is in fact or it is in reality or not. It simply reacts to things and tries to respond to by way of giving a healing process to it. Same way, in this glove anesthesia, what we do is, we keep our 2 hands on the laps, we go to a deeper level of our mind, and we should be in a sitting position in such a way. This is while the programming is done. You should be sitting in such a way that you are able to put your hand below when you completely rest your hand down there and like this, like when you rest your hand like this. So you should have space there. The chair should not have the arms, so it's freely movable. Then what you do is, your strongest hand, normally people are, say the right-handed people are, the right hand is the strongest, left-handed people, the left hand is the strongest. So the strongest hand, we take you during that programming, we ask you to dip that hand up to your wrist into a very hot water bucket. So the bucket is full of hot water. So what happens? You immediately feel that heat in your hand. That's what happens. You keep it there for some time, bring it out, put it on a lap. Then with the other hand, that has to be put into a bucket full of ice water, with even crushed ice if you want to put, as cold as ever. You feel it cold and becoming numb. What you do is, after doing that, again bring it out. Then you simply rub the hand 3 times with this, rub this hand 3 times with this. Once it comes down to certain temperature, then again they are normal. So you are now programmed for the glove anesthesia process. Why and when is it used? It is used for very pains, intense pains if you get during an accident, or there is a bleeding and you want to avoid hemorrhaging, and this has to be used for yourself. So and even if you're not at level, you can do it. Why? Because if it is an emergency, the body and the cells are already started healing you. So when you use this particular technique in emergency, it works. The anesthesia works on it, and you are able to get the results. So what is the result? How do we do it? Once you get the anesthesia means it is like, in surgeries and all, when you go for operations, you are given the anesthesia. There is an anesthetist, there is another doctor, there is another specialist. So he gives you anesthesia depending on your blood pressure levels, your things, and then you are brought into a unconscious state, and that is when either it is a local anesthesia for a particular place, or it is maybe a general anesthesia, and then you are operated upon, or the surgery is carried out. So same way, if you have a pain, what you do? This hand, whichever is the hand which you have put in the ice cold water bucket, that is the hand which you should use. Or you can, and if that hand also has a problem, you can use the other hand. Simply take that hand to where you have the pain. Now suppose there is some pain, you have a headache, your head is hit somewhere, and you are getting a headache. Simply place it for a few seconds, and say gone, G-O-N-E, gone. Simply say that. So what happens? The discomfort disappears. Any part of the body you have a pain, simply put that. Say gone. Don't forget to say gone. Because that is what gives a suggestion to your subconscious mind that yes, come on, everything is okay. This is a green signal, you can go ahead. The discomfort disappears. It works that way. And even if there is a bleeding, simply put your hand wherever you are bleeding. Let it be as close to this body, and say gone. The bleeding will stop. Yes. And this has not only done as a research, but it is experience, live experiences of people. Yes. And I have had an experience long ago when I had done this Silva quite some time back, and after that, touch wood, I didn't have to use for that particular cause. The bleeding stops. I had fallen down while playing, and I had got a hurt on the scrape on the knees, on the skin of the knees. So I simply used that, and the bleeding stopped. It was that fast. You didn't have to put any sprays or anything for that. No. So what we'll do is, not today, I'm only explained to this glove anesthesia how you should program yourself, how you should use it and all. But tomorrow we'll actually practice that, in the sense that I will take you will learn the process how to do it, and we will have the sound of, which you know, the alpha sound working behind you softly. So that will take you down deeper, faster into your level, and then we will do that process. So you will yourself understand how the process works, and then you can use it whenever you have a necessity to use it. Yes, basically this glove anesthesia is used normally for your own self, but you can always try it if it works, because I have not tried it. You can always try it, because it's like this, that the anesthesia that is there, it is within your own body. Though when you apply it here, for that we use the other technique, which is known as the hand levitation, where you go into theta. So you are already in that healing energy level, and that is the time when you can send that energy, healing energy, to the other person. Especially for pains I am talking about. All other things, You can simply project yourself. You learn to project yourself into the bodies, as I told you, and correct whatever problems you have in that body. So friends, let's get prepared for healing yourself tomorrow using the glove anesthesia, and have a nice day. God bless and thank you all. Bye bye. Keep practicing.